Hi, this is Space Farm Girl, back with another episode. This is one with a little bit of difference. This is not a mother and son play Minecraft. This is just a tour of a world that I've been working on. So look, I'll just give you the grand tour, the 2 cents worth. So just a moment. Oh, there's just the garden. This is my house, obviously, because it says here Space Farm Girl lives here. This is just a little garden that I dug out with the help of my son, Ganon's Lair. Oh, there's a bonus chest over there. I won't worry about that. Get all sorts of things in that. So I've put in some water, obviously. I used the gravel in the bottom. I thought it looked quite nice with the gravel. Some water coming down, sort of flowing down, and decorated with pot plants and what have you. I used the vines to climb up because I've got just a small underground garden. I say underground. It's actually under house garden in here. It's all grown. It's just potatoes, carrots and wheat, nothing special. Nothing else. Down here I've got my nether portal, which goes to the nether, obviously, and near where it comes out there is actually a now what's it called again? I forgot. Stronghold. No, Stronghold? Oh, okay, Stronghold. I keep forgetting what the names of them are. I have them written down here, but I'm sorry, you'll have to forgive me. Anyway, that's my little outside garden. Now I'd like to take you inside and down under and show you what's down under. I think you'll be suitably impressed. This house is quite a large house, and I don't know if you'll actually hear this, but we'll have a listen. See if we can hear anything. I can't hear anything. It's like an echo chamber down there. If you can hear it all in good, you'll know what it is. If not, doesn't matter. Anyway, this goes down, eventually gets down to level 12. I've got all over this, I've actually cooked cobblestone, and it becomes smooth stone. And then if you convert it into blocks in this texture pack, this is the builder's texture pack, this is what it becomes. They look really nice, I thought, so I've done that all over. Here we go, we're going down to level 12. Now, because this railway track is quite long, it'll have to be speeded up. But we'll start off first of all just a little bit quiet. So we'll just go along. As you can see, I've left a lot of gems in the walls as I've been digging them, and they've remained there. I've just worked around them to put the stone blocks in the walls. Same on some in here and there on the ceiling, some in the ground as well. You might see a few here and there on the ground as we go past. There's one there, another one. But it's amazing how many of those there is actually in here. Now when I've actually cut this out, I've just got to get my figures here. I should have had that's the wrong book, sorry. The railway track, when I've actually cut this out, the tunnel, which is actually a 3x3 block, the total distance of the tunnel is 4,524 blocks long. Now it circumnavigates the world plus more. The tunnel cutout was 40,752 blocks of mainly cobble, some dirt, some gravel, some gems. You'll see those later on. The total cutout for the tunnel, which included the 12 that had to be cut out. So every block forward that you move in the tunnel, I've cut 27 blocks to do that, which is the 12 for the cutout, the 9 for the cutout, 3x3, plus then to do the bricks around is an additional 12 for every one block that you move forward. So you're actually talking about 27 blocks for every one block forward. And so therefore the total cut, which includes the ones that I've cooked and replaced as blocks, is 122,148 blocks. Now there is I've cooked roughly 81,396. Now that's obviously not taking out, I haven't gone around and counted every gemstone or coal or gold or whatever's left in the walls. I haven't taken that off that figure, but that would be the figure, assuming there was nothing else in the walls. Now it's because I've used lava, obviously there was never enough coal to actually cook all these. It's taken me roughly at 1,272 buckets of lava, because when I've actually, even though lava can cook 100 pieces, I've actually never put 100 pieces in, which would mean coming back and restocking the oven and taking the stuff out. So I've never done that. I've put in a block of 64, stack of 64, one bucket of lava and just left it to cook every time. So there was roughly 1,272 lava buckets used to cook the cobble that went into the walls to make the bricks. Now diamond pickaxes, now I am guilty here. Diamond pickaxes, I've used roughly 79 diamond pickaxes just to do the tunnel. I have duplicated the diamonds. That is what I've done for that. I'm sorry, I have to do that. But to be able to do this much cutting, to try and imagine doing it with an iron pickaxe or which there wouldn't have been enough iron either, or a wooden one, goodness me, or even a stone one which is renewable, it would have taken, I'd still be halfway around, I wouldn't have finished. Now, redstone torches in the railway track, there's 299 redstone torches, 301 powered rails, 4,222 non-powered rails, and roughly took about 68 hours to dig. So that's just the tunnel. Now, I haven't counted any of the glass. As you can see, as we're travelling along, there is glass in the walls where there's lava display, or in here and there's water. Even in the ceiling, a couple of times I've actually put water display up in the ceiling. Let's just have a quick look at the map. Where are we on the map? We're coming across the bottom, so we're nearly at our destination, so we won't even be able to speed this up. Because I've been talking this whole time, so you're not going to be able to speed it up. Not much. So as I say, we're nearly at our destination. We're getting close. As you see, there's diamonds back there. More thing. This along here, I think. If we have a look at this here is actually right up against the wall of the edge of the world, all the way around. The one on the right hand side with the lights on it, except this part now that we're sort of sneaking up the middle there, heading back, and just through there, I don't know, might have already passed it, through there is the other track that we travelled along first, about 20 blocks away, through that wall there. So as we're nearly there now, we'll just keep going. I haven't actually got a lot more to say at this moment about this. I haven't actually gone through and counted the torches. There, here we go, we're just about there now, to the middle of my world. Now, I didn't count the torches, but I've placed them about every 4th block, I think, or 5th block, so we could probably work it out how many there are. Now, first of all, we'll go into here. Now, this here is cobblestone. We've got cobblestone in every one of these chests. There's 32 chests. Every one of them, all the way along, except for the very last one, is almost, well, they are all full, except this one here, which isn't quite full of cobblestone. That is what has been taken out of the tunnel and out of my cavern that hasn't been cooked. Now, I still have, this is stone that I've actually cooked and have ready to make blocks. There's a few blocks there, not that many. That's just nether and sand stuff. That's obsidian. There's my obsidian. What I've cut out, almost half a chest, I should say, of obsidian, which is what I've cut out of the tunnel or my cavern that I've made. Now, the nether stuff, I've been to the nether and got a few bits and pieces, but that's neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. Little joke there. Gravel. Have you ever seen so much gravel in your life? There's one chest full there. Whoops. That's second chest almost full there. And I've kept the flint as well. I thought there's some of it I've dumped along the way when I've had full inventory and I hadn't been bothered. I've just dumped it. But that's that. Now, these ones I don't think have got anything in them. I don't know. Can't remember. I don't think there's anything in those ones. No, it doesn't look like it. Can you move along? Sorry. Just asking my son to move. Dirt. There's one full one, a second full one, and a half roughly over. That's what was left over after I've actually done my gardening down here. Okay, now there's nothing in there. Now this is the iron that I've actually dug out of the tunnels that I've made, and also the cavern that I've made. That's what I haven't used. Just some redstone and some more coal. Or some coal, I should say. As I said, I haven't used coal to cook with because it would have been just too much. Oh, that's just my vegetables. There's some just junk up there. There's the rest of the coal. What's there? This lava bucket. So I was using a full chest full of lava buckets in various, like I'd use them. I have 16 ovens here. When I was making the tunnel, I had like 8, 10, 12 ovens, whatever at a time I had on each corner of the world that I was actually using. Of course, they've taken everything out of the tunnels now and brought it all into here. There's some railway tracks that are left. This is some of the gems that I'll get a little close. I don't know if it's going to make any difference. Some of the gems, redstone. Now, when I get into the cavern, you'll see what I've done with some of the redstone. I found all this gold. None of these have been glitched, by the way. This is all done in survival mode. The only thing I've done is duplicated the diamonds to make the pickaxes and tools with. All these I've found, and as you can probably see along the way, there's a lot of emeralds still in the walls. The lapis, by the time I got to 3/4 of the way around the tunnel, I guess, down, probably by the time I got up to the top of the tunnel, I actually managed to find I'd gone off and done some spelunking and found a spider spawner, and in that spawner chest there was a book for Silk Touch. So I actually made myself an anvil and got a Silk Touch pickaxe, which was really, really good, of which I've now got another one. That one I end up getting broken, so I've now got another one. I've got an enchantment table now, finally. So diamonds, those ones there obviously all been found. There's still more. The blocks have probably been made up of some of the diamonds that I've broken along the way, as well as the ones I have used to make the pickaxe. But anyway, I've got an enchantment room up here, nothing special about that, but that does lead off to a what do you call it, I can't think of the name of it, stronghold. Stronghold? Is that what I call it? Stronghold. As you can see, I'm not very familiar with the names of things. Now, this is what I've done with the redstone. I've made a path and put redstone all the way along the path. I thought it looked quite pretty. Pumpkins. Now, I've got, in this area, I've got 2 rows here. Each row is 45 pumpkins, so there's 90 pumpkins there. Same here with the watermelon. There's 45 and 45, so there's 90 there. The wheat, total wheat, there's a field here, and beyond that corner over there there's more. Total wheat, I just got to get my figures here. Total wheat, 2,960 pieces. If it's all fully grown, that's what you get out of it. Carrots, when they're all fully grown, there again, 1,440. We have along here, we've got, there's some more, what do you call it, watermelon. I've made a little, I'll just dump in here. I've got lava in here, so it's 3 blocks deep. So that's just a little something that I put in while I was in the middle of doing things. So I had a permanent water source. I've got some nether wart. I've actually been there and got some of the what do you call it, cell sand. I had to use my Silk Touch pickaxe to get some grass blocks to bring them down here to do this. There's the second field of wheat over. Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. Second field of wheat over there. If I just plant that one. More nether wart. There's my potatoes over there. Now the potatoes total is 1,360. The nether wart, by the way, is 160 pieces. So when you harvest it, obviously you get, I think it's about 3 from every one. Now I'll just climb up on, this is my sculpture, by the way, modern art. I've decided I'd have a centerpiece. This is in the center of the world, roughly. Where's my map? There we go, center of the world. This is the center of the world. This is why I put this here, because it was in the middle of the world, and I don't know, I thought it looked alright. It's made out of, all of these blocks had to be obviously glitched. The emeralds, I never got that many emeralds. I've got a few, but not that many. The diamond blocks, I've glitched those, and the gold. When I say glitched, I mean duplicated. But as I said, I stress again, this is all done in survival. Not one bit of it has been done in creative. This is all done in survival. Now we have like a little feature of lava over there, another feature of water over there, and of course this is my my feature here in the middle here that I put here. The glowstone, of course, I got those from the nether. I will go and show you. This is basically just the cavern. This is all there is of the cavern. I mean, there's not really. It's the cavern, by the way, is 110 blocks by 110 blocks by 7 blocks high. Now, because I've got bricks top and bottom, as well as dirt, the cavern, I had to cut out 84,700 just for the cutout, which is the 110 by 110 by 7 high. But because I had to cut it 9 high for the floor and for the ceiling, the extra 2 blocks, and an extra block each way all around, so it's technically it's 112 by 112 by 9. The total cutout in this area is 112,896 blocks. Lava buckets took roughly 456 to cook to do all the blocks. 73 diamond pickaxes. There's 7,300 pieces of dirt, roughly. Cooked blocks and 29,200. These figures are, of course, not counting the taking out of the gems. Like there's a lot of gold, diamond, redstone, coal, iron, whatever's there, the lapis. There's diamonds just here, speaking of diamonds. So that's not counting any of those. I just haven't allowed to take off for that, so you've just got to bear with me for that one. Now this is my house. I made my house. I had to have a house. I haven't put windows, but I've put curtains. There's my bedroom in here. Got a big screen TV and a bed, curtains, bottles, whatever. I'm not sure what they are, but anyway, it's like a booze shop. Big windows, which aren't really windows, they're just photos. This is my like a little courtyard, I guess you could say. Now this in here, I haven't actually calculated what this was, but this is, I haven't even counted how big this is. It's about 20 by 20, I think, and it's 10 blocks high, because I was actually growing full-size trees in here to get some wood. So it's about 10 blocks. It is 10 blocks high. So there again, top and bottom blocks, I had to cut 12, and whatever it is plus the extra 2 sideways, which about 4,000 blocks. I've just been told about 4,000 blocks. Oh, in behind here is just a little private area for a sun bench, sun deck. What do you call it? Sun lamp. So that's just like a little courtyard thing. So it's actually, I think, a bit longer than 20 blocks. I could count it, but I won't bore you with that. I'll work that out later. We'll put all these details, all these numbers and things will go up on a list later on after the end of this. Now, during the making of this and while I've been out spelunking, I've actually found 5 spawners. 5 spawners. 3 of them were skeleton, 1 zombie and 1 spider, which is very unusual because usually when you actually find spawners, usually there's about 4 zombies to every one of anything else. Which in this case I found 3 skeletons, 1 zombie and 1 spider. This is my I'm in peaceful mode at the moment, so it's not running, but you can't actually see them out there, just barely spinning around out there. If I put a torch, I might have a torch on me, so I've got 4 on me. Might actually see the spawner out there. It's a skeleton. There he is, spinning around. That's the spawner. Now I'll take you up top just so you can see what it's like up there. This one, it's actually at ground level. This is the first time I've actually found one so easily obtainable, like at ground level. I had to build a castle around it. As you can see, I'll just walk out here and show you my castle. This castle was just built with cobblestone. I was getting a bit lazy by the time. More of a fortress. It's mainly just to cover the skeleton, because if I left the skeleton uncovered, they would have died in the tube on the way up with the sunlight. So, and I've got this, obviously I've got this iron door so that nothing can come in. Okay, now I've got little gardens up here, obviously, little wheat one over there. Okay, we'll go up and we'll show you the rest of it. This is all, I've got this all glassed in, so when we actually set it going, we can see all the way up and watch them. Well, I've never been able to do that before, because any time we've ever done one before, it's had to be enclosed, blocked off. Oh, gone the wrong way. But this time I was lucky enough that I decided I'd actually do it this way, and I actually decided that I'd actually have it all exposed. Oh, there's an extra block. Oh no, what's that? Extra block there. Huh, don't know why that was there. I hadn't noticed that before. I've only been up there a couple of times since I actually made this. But this, I don't know how long this took me. I've actually darkened this so that at night time I do get the odd skeleton or zombie or whatever spawning up here, so I can actually come up and kill them. So there they cross over and they fall down. This is, I think, 19 blocks high, I think, from memory, from up to there. I'm not sure, but we don't actually get any die on impact in this one. I've never had one die on impact yet, so it's got to be under 25 blocks anyway to do that. I think 23 blocks they still die on impact, because if you have a look, when they actually come out of the spawn, when they spawn at the spawner, they actually drop 3 or 4 blocks there, and that adds to the 23 or whatever blocks they fall down, and they can die on impact. So this one, I think I've made it 19 blocks, and they don't actually die on impact. I've never had one. The block there, one day I was in here killing a few, and it was a glass block, and I accidentally hit the glass block, so they all came piling out at me. So I decided I'll put a stone block there. That's the only reason that's there, and I haven't got around to changing it. So that's one of my spawners. Now I'll go back down. Now I didn't set this going because whenever I do, I always end up with slimes running around in my garden down there, and it destroys the all the wheats and things, all the crops, and I have to go around and actually fix them all up every time I've actually run it at an easy mode or higher. So I haven't done that on purpose in this case. So you haven't actually seen that running, unfortunately. But maybe at one time I'll actually add that one to my. I've got about 7 or 8 now, I think, spawner trap videos. So I'll set that going one day and maybe record it, and then we'll come down and see how many slimes we catch too. But I'll take you up to my second spawner. The second one is a different sort of a trap. It's the same. It's still a skeleton spawner, but it's a different one now. All I got to do is follow the redstone line. I did this so I could actually find it easier. And with this one, I didn't actually do the tunnels yet. I haven't actually replaced the blocks. And as you can see, there's iron and gold there. Some redstone back further. More redstone there. This one is a very plain spawner trap. It's one that I came up with. I assume people have done this before. I don't know. There's the spawner out there. You can just see them spinning around. They fall down from there, come down. They fall down into here. They come to this far here, chasing you, and you just kill them with your sword. You get your sword out and you just kill them. And then of course all their loot, whatever, falls into here. Basically just collect it. So that's all that is. As I said, it's nothing special. This is just what I came up with. The redstone torch was just there to give me a little bit of light because it's really dark without it. Because the only torches in here is this one down here. I didn't put any other torches in here. So that's that one. That's that spawner trap. Now I have got a, if I have to go back all the way down there now, this is going to be a bit boring. You might be able to speed this one up. Oh yes, my sheep, my cattle. I've got sheep. Actually, first of all, up top near my house, I actually managed to find a few chickens. So I had my chickens. There they are over there. I brought them down. I managed to bring them down. I've got an opening up the top that I've got for animals to come down. The pigs, I managed to find a couple of pigs and I brought them down and started breeding them, no problems. The sheep, they were the easiest to find, really. I found 3 or 4 of them, and I had a black one at one time, but it ended up, when they get too close to the walls and if you turn on the game, sometimes if they're too close to the walls, they'll die. So that's how I've lost my black one and a few other. I had one of every colour in here at one time. Now I've got duplicates because I've bred a few more. But now the cows were very hard to find. This world has got, I don't know if you can tell by the map, but the world has got a lot of jungle. And there's a lot of open space here too, but there is a lot of jungle. And it seems that the animals, see, I can't even breed anymore. They hide in under, or they spawn and they get underneath the leaves in the jungles and you can't find them. You can sometimes hear them, but you can't find them. So I was very fortunate to find 2 cows, and I've managed to breed a few, and had enough of, because I brought them down here so I could actually breed them, so I could actually make an enchantment table, which I eventually got. By the time I dug nearly half of this, I eventually got an enchantment table. So anyway, I'll just go through here because I've got the tunnel up to the what do you call it? What do you call it again? Stronghold. Is here. Now I've done all the bricks up here too. I've done all the bricks all the way up to the stronghold. There's some more emeralds there. That was there. I just left it there. So anyway, there's bricks is all the way up to the stronghold. I don't even know what level that's on. About 30 something, I'd assume. I don't know. Nearly there. I can jump along here. 3 blocks. Just to make it a little faster. And there's the thing. The, what do you call it again? Stronghold. My son is getting annoyed with me. The stronghold. Now where are we? I've got to find there's the centre of it here somewhere with it. Where is it now? I can't remember. But anyway, it's all here. It's I've found the nether, the thing where you actually eventually, when you get enough nether, sorry, dragon eye things, what do they call them, to jump into to go and fight the dragon in the other world, the overworld. Eye of Ender things, yeah. I can't remember where everything is. No, that goes nowhere, that one. But anyway, this is what I found. I found it here. So, well, that's pretty much it, I guess. Now, I've got also, beside the usual stuff, the pumpkins, wheat, and carrots, potato, etc., I've got watermelon. Sorry, cactus. Cactus. They're green. They're green. So I've got cactus. Now these cactus, in case anyone, there's one there, what actually happens is, there's this piece up here, that is right beside the top of the cactus, and when the cactus would grow, because it's right there, it pops off. It just breaks off as a broken piece of cactus, and then falls down into the water and flows down into there. So I've got, in this here, I've got, I think it's 32 cactus growing. Periodically they break off, and you can't guarantee when you're going to get them. It's just a very random thing. Just depends on when they want to grow as to how many you get out of it. There's another one coming there now. They just, as I said, just keep on dropping. It's like having dandruff, I guess. It just keeps dropping. Eventually they all just get there, and then they come down, and there it is down there. So if you stand here, if you just leave your little person standing here and go off and do something, you come back and they could have a stack of cactus on them. Okay, so cactus, pretty much the only thing cactus is good for is making dyes, to dye sheep or wool, whatever. I mean, in this texture pack it looks like little bottles of ink. It's quite good. Now also I have, in here I have sugar cane. This under here is the water. This is black wool carpet covering the water. That is actually here. So if you have something covering the water, obviously, unless it's actually something like the like a lily pad, or in my case here a wool carpet square, it'll block the water and it'll end up killing the sugarcane. But in this case, because the water is still there underneath, the sugarcane is quite happy just to keep growing, and it makes it very easy to harvest. You don't have to keep jumping in and out of the water and what have you to get the sugarcane, because walking through water is a bit tedious because it slows you right down, whereas doing this you can actually harvest it quite quickly and be on your way again. It doesn't take long at all, as you see, and I get nearly 3 stacks out of each time that I actually, exactly 3 stacks. Oh, and 59, nearly 4 stacks. I didn't realise it was nearly 4 stacks. I thought it was only 3, unless I had some on me. But anyway, there's I think there's 21 in each row, and there's 6 rows, counting each row as 2, 4, 6, because there's inside the wall and underneath there's also water there. You can't actually see it, but it's in there. Otherwise that row there would not grow if it wasn't water in behind. So there has to be water there. So I haven't really harvested many of these things. I've grown them, got them all ready, and haven't really harvested much at all. So that's that. Now along here I've got a little storage room which hasn't got many chests in it. I've just started with this. There's a few carrots and a bit of wheat, not much, because most of the wheat I've actually used. If you go along here further, there's what do you call them, cocoa beans, and I've got a few of those. There's nothing in that one there. So there's a few there. I think that's 56, I think 14 in a row, I think it is. So 50, is that right? 14, 28, 56, yeah. Now these are my shops. This is the greengrocer. I'm still stocking these, so I haven't actually got much in them. There's wheat, carrots, potatoes. Oh, there's baked potatoes there, cooked and raw. I've got a couple of, might even be another stack in there cooked now, which there is. So I'll put that into there, and I'll put another stack into cook. Okay, there we go. Now, and we've got, what's in here? Melon. The sign says slices, but I've got whole melons as well, because I've harvested those with my Silk Touch. Is it the Silk Touch? Silk Touch pickaxe. And in here I have pumpkin, but I've also got apples, even though the sign doesn't say apples. So that's my greengrocer. Next door we have a butcher. Okay, this is the butcher. There again, because I have very limited animals, I don't have much in the way of meats. A little bit of meats, that's all. 3 chickens, and those chickens are only because I actually had the chickens die when they were very close to the wall. I haven't got any zombies because I don't have a zombie trap, but anyway, I have killed one zombie in this world because it happened to be here, but I never got anything out of it. But anyway, I've got a chest for it if I ever get anything. Now this is, I haven't shown the sign, this is the arts and crafts and wool shop. So this is obviously the arts and crafts, got the paintings. Carpets, it has carpets here as well. Item frames and signs, but I haven't got any item frames, but I have got the leathers there, skins to make them. Paintings, maps and books in that one. Wool, different colours of wool, and I've got some coal in there for the oven as well, so I can cook the dyes. Now there's just a whole lot of different coloured dyes and things that I've made for the dyeing of the sheep or the wool. You can dye sheep or wool. If you dye the sheep, obviously the wool that you get off the sheep will always be that colour until you dye it again another colour. Now a baker, I've got a baker here. I haven't actually done much in the way of cakes. There's cookies, some cakes, there's sugar in there as well. Bread, I've got plenty of bread. That's pumpkin pies. I've only made a few of those. Actually, it was my son that made those for me. And I haven't actually found any, well, I found mushrooms, but I haven't bothered harvesting mushrooms yet to make the stews. Eventually I will. So that's the shops. There's just the 4 of those, nothing special. Now, these are, oh, by the way, the street is called Baker Street. These are little houses, Midgard Street. This is number 5 Midgard Street. There's 5 houses for rent, so anyone wants to rent a little house, here we go. I got a rental house. Each one of them has got the same sort of thing. It's got the big screen TV, a couple of paintings, couch, fridge, drink cupboard, air conditioned of course, double bed. You could have 2 single beds if you want. A couple of storage chests and a thing. There's a mirror and a clock and a couple of paintings. So anyone that wants to rent one, you're welcome to come and join me. And the second one, they're all pretty much, as I said, pretty much the same. They've all got the same paintings, almost identical, I think, in every way. Actually, that's number 4 Midgard Street. Number 3, there again. Oh, some of the clocks, some are digital, some are analog. That's the only difference, I think. All the paintings are the same. Everything else is the same. All air conditioned. Going cheap. Now I've got more storage here as well. I've got storage on this one here. When I actually was digging this one, I ran into water, so I worked around it, put the brick wall in behind, and just kept the water there. I thought it looked quite good, so I left it there. Really nothing else to tell you, I don't think. I mean, that's pretty much covered everything that I've done down here, but it has taken a while. As I said, it's taken a lot of hours to dig it all. Much to my husband's annoyance. So, because he said to me, "Are you planning on watching anything tonight or not?" And I said, "Nah." So anyway, so this is what I've been doing with my evenings. This is another storage area. Through that wall there, if I broke it down, there's a cave out there. The lava that I've actually used to make all these with, I've found this world here. There's a lot of lava in this ground area, because this is level 12. Level 12 is the prominent lava level. Obviously there's still one lava there that we've left there. I thought it looked quite nice. I put nether bricks around it. Just thought it looked quite nice like that, so we did that. I've put a fence around this one, obviously, to save ourselves. When I was actually in here one day, I actually came down here after I'd been upstairs up in my skeleton spawner, and it was still on easy mode, and I came down here and there was one of those big slimes stuck in the bottom here, so I went and killed it and got some little ones, or medium and then little ones out of it. But sometimes slimes actually spawn down here, and in that wheat field over there, they keep flattening it down. There's 2 or 3 blocks of wheat that get almost completely flattened. It must be a really hot spot for slime spawning. That's pretty much the only place they really spawn in here, I think. And the ones that were here, I'm not sure where they spawned, because I couldn't see anything else that had been flattened. They may have spawned on the concrete here, I don't know. Or maybe right in the water, because there was another one was here, and I found that one there too. So I'm not sure. But well, that's pretty much it. I hope I haven't bored you too much. 41 minutes, but we're going to reduce some of that down. So we'll put some of the figures on the screen afterwards of all the cutting and time and lava buckets and what have you else. So yeah, well, I hope you've enjoyed this. Look, I'll go back up to my sculpture and just have one more little quick scan around so you can see the whole picture of here. There's the wheat field. I'll just squat so I don't fall. There's the wheat. I'll just scan a little bit slower. There's the potatoes. I think it looks quite nice actually, the different colours together. I'll have to just move out a little bit here. There's more wheat, the water. So I mean, this has taken me, as I said, quite a lot of time to dig all this out. But I think I'd probably do it again, but I'm going to stick with this world now for a while. I usually get very bored with my worlds and thought, well, if I get a world where I actually do a lot in it, maybe I'll be more encouraged to actually stay in it a lot longer. So this is why I've done this. Now what I'll do next in this world is actually go up top and start doing things up top, I think. I don't know that I can actually do anything else down here. I've just about used all the wall space. There's only a little bit of wall space over that area there now that I haven't dug. That one pretty much is completely dug. That one there, all the way up to there, and then of course halfway along I've got my stairway up to my spawner trap. My house is over on that wall over there. So there's only really that wall over there. Of course the animals are from the centre over to that corner. Okay, well I guess that's it from me. Oh, show you my back. Oh, there we go, just jumped in the water. So it's goodbye from me. Goodbye. I hope you enjoyed.